Hi, welcome to this reading. I'm going to open up with the Sacred Forest Oracle, and then we'll pull some tarot and see what Spirit wants to share with you at this time. Okay, Spirit, what does this collective need to hear? I'm hearing the song Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. So let's see if that factors into the reading here. Okay, Dragonfly Spirit and Change. Wow. Okay. Let me get two more. Pegasus and Transcending. Wow, these are big energies. Nothing else matters. Yeah, you're leaving the past behind, you're transcending, you're changing, going through a change, a transformation, and really transcending. I'm getting like, yeah, transcending. I got a hair stuck to my lip gloss, sorry. Really transcending, like overcoming is the energy I'm getting from that. Overcoming something, yeah. Healing, Bear Spirit and healing, so beautiful. Yeah, you're changing. You have changed because you've healed something. You've transcended something. You have transmuted, I'm hearing, you've transmuted your pain into healing. And it's caused you to change. All right, let's grab some tarot and see what Spirit wants to talk about with this. What do they need to know, Spirit? Wow, the world came right out. This is the end of a chapter. Yeah, you're closing out a major cycle where you have healed something huge. Yeah, you're putting it behind you. Look, there's another dragonfly on this. And on my way to set up in my yard here, I was walking through my yard, and if you've been watching some of my recent readings, there's been an ebony jewelwing, which is a damselfly, which is related to the dragonfly, and it's living in my yard right now, and it flew right by me and just kind of followed me down the path. So I know I'm going through my own personal transformation, and that's been going on for a while now, especially the last year. But I feel like for some of you, this is like a 10-year cycle that you're closing out, and you have healed something. You've transcended something that was a very big challenge for you, like a personal challenge. This is a personal victory I'm hearing. Page of Wands. Yeah, you're like looking ahead. You just feel hopeful for the future. Like this wand here is like putting your past behind you. That's the old cycle that you're closing out. And, you know, he's holding on to this wand here, and he has this orb in his hand. It's a globe. I don't know if you can see that. But you know, in the traditional Rider-Waite, he has the world in his hands, the globe, and it's like you have the whole world in your hands now, and you know, we've got the world here. So this is really big energy. And the Two of Wands, sorry, it's like making plans. It's like plan out your next chapter here, your next cycle here, because you've healed something, you've overcome something. This feels very like karmic, ancestral, like something on that kind of level is what you've healed. Okay, let me get one more for this row. I'll do 3 rows of 3 here. Let's see. And yeah, the Death card. Wow, this is massive. This is massive transformation. This cycle, it's like dead, done, over. And now you're looking to the future. It's time to start making plans for your future and realize that you have healed something, you have grown so much, and your spirit team, your ancestors, I'm getting the ancestral energy through this bear. Yeah, they're so proud of you. Like you've healed something major, and they're so proud of you. All right, so let me get 3 more here. What else do you want them to know about this new chapter, Spirit? Yeah, I'm hearing you've defeated the devil. See if the devil comes out. Whatever that was for you, the devil can represent just, it can be addictions. It can be just those things inside of us, like the shadow parts of us that are just our personal challenges that we incarnate with, or we just come into this life and we all have challenges that we face, and you have overcome something major. Okay, the Nine of Wands and the Hermit coming out together. And Spirit saying put them separate here. So I'll get one more on this row. I'm doing 3 rows of 3. I think I said that. Nine of Wands and the Hermit. So the Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior, persevering. Like this goat, he's like the mountain goat. It's funny, I was just saying the devil because the devil's Capricorn, and I'm just like feeling that struggle. Capricorn is known for being resilient and persevering, right? They're the mountain goat, taking on challenge after challenge. And hang on a second. And the mountain goat taking on all of these challenges, and this was not easy, right? The Nine of Wands is a card of perseverance, and the Hermit is the healing journey. This is the healing journey that you've been on, and you've gone through this alone. I can really feel that this is something that you've carried like for yourself for a very long time, like feeling very alone in this, like dark night of the soul kind of energy. Yeah. But yeah, you've closed this out. We have the World and Death card here. This has been a long, lonely struggle of healing, but you've done it. You've transcended something huge. And now the Knight of Swords. This just feels like just clearing out all that energy. I mean, this is just so fast, it's like just a fresh, clear energy, right? You've just cleared out all of these clouds here, all the stress, all the pain. It's like you're having a real breakthrough, or it's going to lead to a really big breakthrough, I'm feeling. What else, Spirit? The Hermit is number 9, and the Nine of Wands obviously is a 9. Nines are cards of completion, just like the World. It's like coming to the end of a cycle. I feel like there's like one final burst. I know I said that this chapter's behind you, but it's like you're in the midst of closing out this chapter right now. This is like with that Nine of Wands and now the Knight of Swords, it's like that final push, that final clearing of this last little patch of clouds. That's what I'm feeling here. It's like you've risen above all of these challenges, and it's really caused you to have to really pull on your own like power, your own energy. It took a lot of energy and a lot of willpower to do this, especially with that Nine of Wands. That is not an easy energy to go through. This is a long journey of healing that you've been through. And with the Hermit, I'm getting like, he's gained so much wisdom. That light in the lantern is that he can now be a guide for others. So that, of course, is speaking to you, about you. Okay, let me get this last row here. Okay, Three of Wands. I saw that a second ago when I was shuffling too. That really wanted to come out. So the Three of Wands is, again, with the Two of Wands, taking the steps into the future, looking at the future. And it's a card of waiting, but it's like waiting expectantly. And what kind of energy are you in now as you're looking at the future? That's just something that's intuitively coming through. Like, do you realize how much you've cleared and what that means for your future? Wait expectantly, like with hope and with joy, excitement. I'm getting with the Knight of Swords that like the energy is coming back into you, and you're right to feel excited for the future. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So yeah, there's something here with the Hermit, like I said, something about being a guide for others. And the Eight of Pentacles is a card of work. Now, this can also talk about the work that you've put into yourself to heal. And the Queen of Swords is, it's like you needed like strength. You needed, I wanted to say something about steel, like a spine of steel to withstand the challenges that you faced, and you're coming out of it so much stronger. And you may, like with the Hermit and this Queen of Swords, you may be speaking about this with others, but you're ready to face this new chapter with so much strength and fortitude. And we're getting the Lovers here. Pick that up. The Lovers. Okay. Wow. So this last row, Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. I just feel, you know, the Lovers is a card of choice. And it's making a choice that's aligned with your heart. I just feel like you have this freedom now. I'm just getting this like real free energy with the Knight of Swords, with all these birds here. Like you have the freedom to kind of choose your new path. And for a lot of you, this will be something to do with work. Even if your healing wasn't directly related to work at all, you may be looking at a new path forward in your work because of the healing that you've gone through. Another winged being just flew through. So yeah, this is opening your heart, and it's asking you to follow your heart. The Lovers is also about looking at your long term, and I'm getting that with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands also, like really looking into the future now with this like clean slate, you know, this maybe this little last final push with the Nine of Wands. I'll get some more clarifiers on that card because I want to see kind of this final little push, anything that you need to do or that would be helpful. But it's like you now have the ability to make plans and look to the future, but doing it in a way where you're really opening up to what your heart wants in this new chapter. Okay, so tell me about this Nine of Wands, Spirit. Is there anything else? Is there a final little push here? Anything they should look out for? I just heard something about hurdles. Okay, Seven of Cups. And that can be a card of confusion, illusion. Yeah, see how there's clouds on this card? And then that Knight of Swords also has clouds. There was something about like these clouds here were like the final little things that needed to be cleared out. I feel like there's just maybe a little bit of confusion. Like, am I really like healed enough to follow my heart and make this like, you know, these new steps forward with this Two of Wands and Three of Wands? You're looking out to the future, and it's like, well, can I take those first steps forward? Because I'm not entirely sure if I've cleared out all the clouds. So what else, Spirit, on this Nine of Wands? Like, what kind of options do I have in front of me? Woo. Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups coming out. Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. It feels like you're worried about moving forward, leaving something behind. Like if this is changing your work path, you may be a little uncertain about, you know, changing paths, changing directions. Let's get one more on the Nine of Wands. It's like you don't know when is the right time to take your leave, I'm hearing. When is it the right time to move forward? Like, when you've healed a lot of things and you've gone through that process, I mean, that process itself can be almost traumatic in itself, right? It's just such a challenge. It just takes so much out of you. And you may get to a point where you've gotten so used to like the healing journey and constantly just facing your issues and learning how to overcome them. And that is no small feat. And you might wonder, am I really, done? And when it comes to healing, of course, there's always going to be things that we face in life. It's just how life is. So there's always going to be things to technically heal. But this is about some huge, like maybe behavior pattern or something that just held you back in your life some way that you have transcended. You have overcome some thing in your life that was keeping you from really living the life that you wanted to live. And Spirit's saying, I love this, the Fool. Yeah, you are ready. You are done healing. I just feel like with that Nine of Wands, it's almost like you don't know when to say to yourself, even if you don't say it to anyone else, you don't know when to even declare to yourself, I've healed enough. I've learned enough. I've overcome enough so that I'm ready to really let myself have this fresh new start. This Fool is a fresh new beginning. It's a new journey. And you may have to take a little bit of a leap forward. I'm feeling like almost like skipping some steps I'm getting here. Like this Eight of Cups, he's walking away, but I just get this energy of this, if he's walking away kind of slowly and a little bit like hesitating and not sure if it's really the right time, with that moon there. It's like, is this the right like phase in my healing to take this leap forward? Yeah, you're feeling a little bit confused, or maybe like what are your options? So let me get a little bit on this Queen of Swords and Eight of Pentacles, because I think for some of you this has to do with like your next phase of work. It's somehow tying into your work. But let me clarify that, because the Eight of Pentacles can also just be you've mastered something in yourself, in this journey, because it came out with that Queen of Swords. And eights are also a number for me of like personal mastery, personal power. So what do you want to say about this Eight of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, Spirit? And I'm also getting with the Queen of Swords, like sometimes you just have to make the decision, and just say, this is what I'm declaring. I'm done dealing with whatever issue I had. Sometimes we can get, I think I was saying this or kind of getting to this before, but maybe I didn't really make my point about, you can get to a point where you're so used to like doing the healing that you kind of get stuck in like a loop, and you don't realize when you've done enough to say, I can make some changes in my life. I can take some new steps forward. I can put the past behind me. Because nobody's going to tell you, okay, you're done healing. You've fixed this thing. Even though Spirit is coming in here to say you've closed out this cycle, you've really faced a challenge and healed something huge within yourself. It's really kind of hard to know exactly like when it's time to put that challenge behind you. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so we're getting, this is a number 10. You are done whatever you were facing, and it's time for a change. This is just feeling like the world or the wheel is turning, and it's turning in your favor now, and this new chapter is going to be, I'm hearing, blessed. Wow, Six of Wands. This is a card of success and victory, and it comes after the Five of Wands, after a challenge, right? Being victorious means you've overcome something, you've transcended something, and you are victorious. And that Six of Wands just feels like your spirit team, like supporting you, celebrating you. The Six of Wands is also a card of leadership. It's like you're ready to kind of get out in front. One more with this Queen of Swords and Eight of Pentacles, Spirit. Two of Cups. Now we've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers. I wasn't really feeling relationships in, like a specific relationship that this was about, but I think it's going to benefit your relationships. But I feel like this is a card of like coming into alignment with your higher self, with your like healed self, and just this relationship that you have with yourself has been the biggest victory, I'm hearing. And yeah. And maybe one of the things that was a real challenge for you was relationships, even though that kind of didn't come out to the end. And your new relationships are going to be blessed. You're going to be luckier in love, I'm hearing. What do you want to say about this Two of Cups and Lovers, Spirit? And then we'll close out the reading. What about this Two of Cups and Lovers? Yeah, the Two of Cups can just be being in alignment with everything, with this like new phase of like things just going right, things going well, things going smoothly. Okay, we're getting the High Priestess. Yeah, this feels like that deep inner work, that connection with your higher self, your spirit team is like so in alignment, and they want you to like follow your intuition, follow your heart. You are like this magnet now for these new things that your heart desires. I'm really getting that. Okay, what else on this Two of Cups and Lovers, Spirit? It's too many. Yeah, there's balance here too. The Lovers is number 6, and the Two of Cups are both like balanced energies. Yeah, this new phase, you're just gonna feel like so much more like even keeled, balanced relationships, a balance between work and relationships. Okay, one more here. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is coming out with the Two of Cups and the Lovers. Actually, I want to get one more. I'd like to get 3 clarifiers. I was thinking I'd already drawn 2. So we have the High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. I think you have a lot of wisdom that you can now share with others. Like you've learned so much. And it's like weaving together like all of the lessons that you've learned, all your spiritual growth, everything you've learned. Like you've been a real student of yourself, I'm hearing. I just saw the 3 of Cups. It's like sharing this wisdom with others. Oh, I'm trying to get one more out and one doesn't want to come out. Maybe you're hesitating. Yeah, hesitating. When is it time for me to step out? And Spirit's saying it's time. Okay, one more. Wow, the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, we've got the Page of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Like, this is going to be a new phase of success and growth, connection, community. And we have the 2 of Cups and the Lovers and the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, that can be like happy family, happy, secure, stable family. This came out with the High Priestess. I'm just getting like wisdom with all these pentacles. Like you have so much wisdom to share with others. So much talent, so much knowledge to share with others. And it's like Spirit's really asking you to like open your heart to others. The Cups here and Lovers. Yeah, just really open up your heart. I'm going to get an oracle card for the final message. Spirit, what's the final thing that you want to say to them? And you may have an idea like this Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm just getting this with that, you know, the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, like I was saying about being a guide for others. Like you have the potential to create something successful. And I mean, it may be something that's financially successful for you. Like it has potential. The Page of Pentacles is giving me this, like, you know, real potential energy to share your wisdom. And it's something that is going to be like a successful venture for you. Being this communicator, you know, this Queen of Swords, sharing your truth with others. Okay, Spirit, final message with this Oracle deck here. And I'm looking at the bear here in the snow, like it's time to come out of hibernation. Wow, fire, spirit, and energy. Yeah, it's like getting your spark back, like you're ready to just get out there and share your passion. This is going to be a real passion project, and you've got all this energy. I feel like she's almost pulling down like this lightning into her palms. So it's like you're drawing spiritual energy into you, and that's going to fuel this new chapter that you're moving into. And if you take a risk and you go out on a limb and start this new venture, putting the healing chapter behind you and using everything that you've been through, right, that you've transmuted. Fire is like the element of transmutation, and taking this passion with you, this energy, it's like you're pulling spiritual energy. And the 17 on here is reminding me of the Star card, and that's like your star power. This is your purpose. Yeah, I really feel like you're going to be turning your healing journey and everything that you have transcended. You're going to be working with spirit to help other people transcend like similar kinds of challenges. All right, I'm going to leave the message here. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you really soon. Bye now.